in this circumstance, you gotta look up. You gotta look up. I think that's what the test was. It was a way to recognize energy, but it was re-navigating so many people, and so many people was false claiming, and so many people was getting contaminated. It ain't necessarily gotta be physically; it could be spiritually, and it was not safe to continue doing it. So it's like they're trying to find energy. That's how you know it's a deal. Well, it ain't just a deal. It's that Slayer situation. It's the Slayer. Somebody just tried to get up a bunch of Slayers. We in a town of Slayers. Somebody trying to own a town of Slayers, and they ain't got no good intentions. They somebody that wanna sacrifice all of them probably. It ain't just me. They probably called it play all city. Somebody was wickedly, evil and disturbed. And they used Slayers against Slayers basically. And somebody just did a lot of evil. A lot of evil. Somebody went above and beyond. And so it's like this really just energy in this test. That's what it's for. It's energy, but it's so sabotaged. These people are eating energy off of these Slayers, bro. Man, I'm telling you, I don't even complain about myself. You see how these people have to live, forced to live, women and men. You'll be like, my God, how long they been going on like this? How long this been going on? Like, it ain't supposed to be. It wasn't like this with my grandpa the one taught me this when he was alive. My grandpa was like, this ain't how it's supposed to be this way. He told me, he said, you supposed to have money and you take care of your community. It's self-driven or something like that, the community. He said, you ain't supposed to be, they're going to try to take it. And in this case, it looked like they successfully been doing it for a long time. So it's like they're trying to find energy and in this, if you know what Slayer is, I ain't going to be able to tell you what it really is, because I don't think they want me to say it. But if you know what Slayer is, that's what it is. They're trying to search for the energy. So that's why the test was sort of relevant. It ain't relevant at all, but it's just a way for somebody to find you. But there's other ways. There's other ways. It's like, I just hate it because everybody got to go through this. The guy gonna fix it, but God gonna fix it when he collects something. God here to collect something. There's two people that got a lot of God's stuff. God here to collect it. And those people ain't been collected yet. And I can almost guarantee you, once them people collect it, everything gonna transform. That ain't nothing God can't fix. Then we got the devil deal. And God the one that told me, God the one told me 44. And I just took it like that. He said it could be 50, but he said it's most likely to be 44. He said because of what they did. Because all my energy ain't came back yet. All my powers, let's just say that. And what I mean by powers, okay, let's be realistic about it. I'm talking about genetics. Like these people stole genetic genes and stuff from me somehow. Sorry for that, through magic. So when that return, everything just somehow gonna fix itself back and I'll be back to normal. Something like that. And people could try to find me beforehand, but they're gonna have to go through some kind of process. I never knew this place was like that. I know certain people around me and the family kept saying, leave. And But if you're a slayer, they're gonna watch you everywhere you go. They're gonna watch you everywhere you go. There's no going away from it. God gotta fix this. It's gonna take a miracle. That's why I tell everybody, just elevate and pray, and write it down. You know what I'm saying? Write down about the Slayers. Hopefully y'all know that if you can read between the lines without me saying. What I need to say. I just say Slayers because they don't like that word. These people though are brave. Like these people are being tortured. And like they found ain't no good coming to these people for doing this. It's like they ain't doing good, but somehow they don't notice it. They don't notice it. I mean, it's one thing. I see the karma you get for trying to sacrifice and take out one slayer. But these people done took out a whole community of slayers or planning on it. That's amazing. They're like, it's this cat I used to know. He Slayers ain't just, I don't think Slayers just black people. I think they're all different nationalities. And he was telling me about a list. And he said certain people on the list, we were talking about this a while back. And he said, he was talking like, I'm on that list. And this dude was a white dude, bro. And I was asking why he always struggling. I said, man, you got the complexion for the collection, for the protection. Why you struggle so bad? He said, I don't know. He said, but my whole family been taken out. I said, what? He said, yeah, I ain't got nobody. Everybody died. I said, what? he said we started talking about the list. And he said, I think he was saying that he was on the list. And I ain't seen him no more, but he could be still around though. But he was like, everybody on this list, he seen a list somewhere with names on it. And he said, these people being taken out, man. It's bad to have them kind of conversations, bro. He said, these people being taken out. And you know, it's sad because a slayer is an anointed one. That's proof of a chosen one. So it's like somebody said, it's disturbing, man. It's like, it's things to tell a real chosen. You just go, I'm a chosen, and you know I'm a chosen, or whatever, you know. But and you might be, you know. But there's things about a chosen that you could tell, like literally, physically. And it's like they knocking them off, and they putting people in their place to be chosen when that ain't no chosen. And it's like this been going on for a minute. That's why I've been speaking on it. But you know, they got this stadium and all this stuff. They got this movie going on, and I can get dramatic about a lot of things. Well, you tend to do that when you've been by yourself for so long. But the fact of the matter is still there. It's like y'all are taking out real chosen, and you trying to replace. That's how you crack seals too, if I ain't mistaken. That's like if they could successfully, like I was telling the story about a guy saying he fishing. It's an issue with Earth where the angels are attacking the light. If they can destroy that light, that's gonna crack another seal. So that's when them parts gonna wake up in Revelation that's gonna be well known to everybody. It's like somebody is purposely cracking these seals. Cause it's like something happened to somebody a while back, and they stood back to see what happened. I don't want to put too much details in, but they stood back. They did it to this person. They killed this person, and they literally killed them. I think. I'm gonna just say, I guess you call it bias. This happened a while back, And they stood back just to see what happened. And a storm came and it cleaned up a whole country. Sure did. And that cracked the seal, I think. That's how I've been wanting. I mean, all you got, man, the signs is here. All you got to really do is study storms and stuff. And it'll send you like some people talking about some of this stuff, the stuff I teach and the stuff I speak on, the proof is still there because you can physically walk into it yourself and say, well, it do work like this. But a lot of stuff I speak on might not be written or whatever. But this storm stuff is, like the storm that skip over Canada. And it skips over Canada because they didn't participate in slavery. And the storm wipes out everybody else that participated in slavery. And it's always coming around. Okay, storm gonna keep coming around. So it's a good chance. There's a good possibility that you stop a storm by fixing what you wrong, righting what you wrong. And like, I think I figured out a way to stop tornadoes. I ain't gonna never tell it though. I want to experience that myself. But I don't know if it'll work. That's why I'm not telling it. Because y'all been up did something crazy. And made more tornadoes. But I think I figured out a way to stop a tornado like right there. Right there where it's coming towards you. I'll make it go the other way. I've been alone for a long time. So it's like so it's an iron. But yeah, that Slayer thing, that's what it is. Y'all know, the few people that know what I'm talking about, they'll probably tell you, whisper it or whatever. But that's what it is. And it's like, somebody being bullied, bro. I can really put this in a sentence, but it'll be silly out here. But somebody just bullying some people, bro. You don't really know who it is doing the bullying. Somebody trapping up people. I mean, bullying, somebody being brave for one. They testing God to sacrifice all the chosen, anointed them. It's like somebody, but it could be written, I guess, and maybe God want everybody to see what's finna happen for trying all this. That's what I'm thinking it is. Because I'm looking at how, if all the chosen and anointed ones stand up in their power, I seen how much good and how much good changes came from me doing that. If more of us do it, then it'll be hard. See, people gotta know. How we know we slayers. Well, if you from this town, you from my community, you probably a slayer. Yeah, because it's all town. You probably a slayer. You know, my neighbors probably slayers. You probably slayers. So you probably got it too. You gotta stand in your power though. You probably slayers though. I know for a fact one of my neighbors, I know for a fact they won, maybe. So my flame is slayer. They ain't standing up in their power though, you know what I'm saying? Maybe not. My flame might not be. Everybody might not have that part. Let me just say that. But they still could possibly be a chosen one. But they might not have that part. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't really know about that part. I just realized that thing is such a headache. if you from here though, your chances are pretty high. And like my cousin, he was like, it seems like we gotta stay stuck like this. It seems like we always, but he know what's going on. That's what I'm saying. You know what's going on though. Yeah, ain't no stuck. This is karma. That's why ain't nothing moving. These organizations, this covenant stuff, that's why ain't nothing going right. Ain't no stuck about it. You know what's going on. Like I said, I had 3 people that were really close to me. My grandpa, my grandma, and my brother Nick. The rest of I had other friends too, but the rest of them knew about all that. And see, that's the problem. You know about these secret, it's secret this, secret that, but it's killing yourselves. It's keeping you trapped. It's making sure you stay stuck. It's making sure you always need. So it ain't helping you. You take it from your own community and giving it to somebody else. You know about it. So it ain't about stuck. It ain't no such thing as being stuck. It ain't no such thing as being lonely. It ain't no such thing as energy not coming around to you. There's a such thing as you being sacrificed. See, here's the thing, what they don't get is this whole community probably done been sacrificed. And they just using everybody within the community to attack the people that's in the community that know about these sacrifices. They did that back in the day. They came around one time, they had this old pyramid scheme. And back then, people was a lot more real and full, especially with knowledge. So they'll come around with these schemes, and the hood cats will run them off the block. And then I walked up one, I might walk up one and say, what's the problem? They trying to get over here and, make us do things to each other, break us down, man. You gotta get rid of them clowns. And so what they did was, they went back around and they locked these people up. The law enforcement and everybody got together and plotted up something. Now this was when racist tactics was in place. These people are not around no more. And it's like, that's the thing. When these people put this stuff in motion, they don't think about this stuff. You know what I'm saying? The people that's the people that's plotting this stuff don't think about it. And as soon as they do it, they die too. They die. Yeah, their family, they just start dying. And so they came back around on the block. I know, because we were following one of the cars, we were trapping. And we all had black cars, you couldn't see them at night. Well, we did anyway. I would see them cop. I was one of the best drivers they had, bro. I would see them cop. I cut the lights off. I Eminem on them. Cut the lights off. And I creep up on them. And which was very hard to do when you got pipes on your car, but this dude had some expensive pipes, so it made a different sound when you creep. Kind of sound like the wind blowing, muffled sound. Cut the lights out. They were throwing work in somebody's car and locked them up. And they put work in their trunk. Locked them up. Them boy got life in prison almost for drugs that they didn't even have. I know, 'cause we had it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I know, 'cause we had it in our car. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, so we get to the block, there's buses going on everywhere. And they just so happened to lock up them same guys that were running people off. And they doing the same thing now. But back then, people were brave enough to tell them, go on, we don't need your money. Now, they done had their foot on their neck so long, they're desperate